there was a time that Chief E.K. Clark organized the Ijaw people to go and pay Ijaw people across the Niger Delta, not just Rivers State, Bayelsa Delta, Rivers State, and Akwa Ibom Ijaws, which is about 6 or 7 local government areas in Akwa Ibom. Now, we followed him, we went with him to visit Yaradua, and it was a public visit. It was captured by television studios.
My name is Ma Obi-Nangio. I'm the Secretary General of the Ijaw Youth Council Worldwide. Today I'm here to just maybe shed some light as to a lot of issues, especially as some people will say the conundrum happening in Rivers State today. We've had a whole lot of people taking swipes, salvos, vitriol, some people going very caustic on Ijaw people. More especially people who ordinarily, there's this statement I always say that how dreadful it will be for the right judge to begin to judge wrong. Somebody whom ordinarily every one of us will begin to look at thinking that this person is of sane mind and would have a good sense of history, have chosen to, throw the path of, selective amnesia. Maybe, should I call it, cerebral malaise, maybe intellectual laziness has also caused a whole lot of people to now call Ijaw nation, Ijaw people in the Niger Delta, in the South-South geopolitical zone, as minorities of minority. As Secretary General of Ijaw Youth Council, I think it's very important that I try to, make bare certain things with facts and figures, Let's look at Rivers State. Rivers State alone has about 23 local governments. Ijaws are spanned across 15 local governments, but solely in charge and owns 13 local governments, sharing Port Harcourt local government with the Queries. Every other local government, all the Calabaris, which we have like 3, Okrika, shares, they have 2.5, which is the half that comes to Falga. That's about 5.5. We have some part of Oyigbo, the Ndoki people, who are also Ijaw people. You're talking about Pogonkoro, you're talking about Bua Odwa, you're talking about Degema, Saitoro, Akokotoro. Are you talking about Boni? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Awoda West? So these are Ijaw. So we constitute about 13 local governments in Rivers State out of the 23. But let's just, for record purposes, make it 11. Then the other ones are overflow from the half of Port Harcourt and part of Oyigbo that is making, making the 13, if we want to say we're 13 local government. But even if we're saying 11.5 or 12, we constitute about 80% or 75% of the entire LGAs in Rivers State. We're not minority, but unfortunately we've had some of our people that have been bought over because they are contentless. These people are deathless and breathless people who are tactless, people who do not have what it takes to represent Ijaw people who are hungry and they have poverty of the mind. So they've been able to be, they've sold their soul to him, and they are now, zombies to Nyesom Wike. Ijaw people were the people that made Nyesom Wike who he is. I agree that today Nyesom Wike is our albatross as a people. As Ijaws, as against all of the things that happened, in 2015, the then president of Nigeria and his wife, were the ones who forced Nyesom Wike, even when he was unqualified to become governor of Rivers State, as against the entire Rivers people's yearnings. But today he became president. Asawana brought him to power. Asawana chased people like us, myself inclusive. Some of these persons that became LGA chairmen, especially within the Calabari areas, one of them very close to my community, who later on became LGA chairman, planned to even, take me out. That was because of Nyesom Wike. And these are things that happened. And that was because we resisted Nyesom Wike. But what happened as Asawana brought Nyesom Wike to power today, Asawana is rubbish. It's a shame. And we have Ijaw people that have become senators, former commissioners, former local government chairmen, former assembly members, drowning assembly members that are renegades today, are now supporting Nyesom Wike to insult their forefathers, their forebearers, the entire Ijaw nation. And you clap for him. You come on social media to speak all sorts of things that you like. For us, I think it's really not the best of things that we should get ourselves involved in. Now, I've just given you facts about Rivers State alone. You go to Akwa Ibom State, we have about 5 local governments in Akwa Ibom State. the Mbo, Eastern Obolo, we have Oron, we have Eket, and all of that. Ibenon. These are LGAs that are not just with the job people, that we have our clans, we have our chapters, not just for the IYC, for INC, and doing Ijaw things with us. These are Ijaw people that have come to reconnect with us, as their kith and kin. That is in Akwa Ibom State. If you go to Abia State, because we're talking about Niger Delta, the 9 states of the Niger Delta, the Ikwa East part, especially the Ndoki people from the Azumini part and all of that, these are Ijaw people. They are people that originally are called the Minadokeres. They are actually from Opobo. They are Minadokeres. They are in Azumini as we speak. They are in Ikwa East. They are the Ndoki people of Oyigbo, the Ndoki people of Abia State. These are Ijaw people. Are you talking about in Edo State? We have a lot of Ijaw communities that are spanned across almost 5 local governments in Edo State. The Fropara people, the Lodiama people, you're talking about the Okomu, you're talking about the Gelegele Bene, you're talking...
Ijaws. I have watched a video where Princess Angel Briggs, one of the most brilliant women activists in this country, she said that Oro people are Ijaws, and that they were part of a delegation of Ijaws that went to meet whosoever. And then just last week, the current president of the Ijaw Youth Congress made a video where he named Oro local government areas as part of Ijaws. Total Chair, you are an elder statesman, and you are from that axis.
I am.
Are you Ijaw?
No, I'm not.
Why?
Because I am Oro. But let me address that issue. There are Ijaws who have been in Oro for, I don't know how many generations.
As indigenous people?
Well, you turn indigenous eventually, but if you have been in a community for as long as most of them have been, they're still Ijaw. So when they attend, I mean, you can't take Ijaw away from them. When they attend their own meetings and say that Ijaws who live in Oro,
No, they are not saying Ijaws that live in Oro.
or Ijaws who come from Oro.
Yes.
You really can't argue with them. Because this business of where people come from, it is absolute idiocy in my thinking to go and argue with a man that you don't come from where you come from. And you may even be talking to a man who was sired by a character from Burkina Faso. Because you never know where people are sired. Man meets woman, a child results. And the next thing, the child is an Oron child. There are very many people like that in every community. So I think it is a wrong battle. What we must ask is, what is the benefit of these Ijaw people who claim to be Oron Ijaws or Oron people in Ijaw?
So is it possible that we have those people who claim that they are raw people and that they were part of the delegation that went with Angel Briggs to meet whosoever they met in the name of being Oro Ijaws of Akwa Ibom extraction? Are they those people? Have you identified some of them?
Oh, I know people who are in Oro who are Ijaw people. What they do when they go with Angel Briggs is their own business. Let me tell you, it is impossible in the age of struggle. The Ijaws are in a struggle.
Are we not in a struggle?
That's what I just wanted to say. We should be in a struggle.
Terrible.
But we relax, we take the oil money from Oron and we distribute it on our tables here in New York and go to sleep.
So like the state creation where the Ijaws have Obolo State, the other one was called All River State or All Atlantic State or whatever, still have to do with the Ijaws. Is Oro aligning with the Ijaws for a new state creation, or they are aligning with the new Calabar State to join with Calabar?
There are
which of them? Or which divide are you?
There are Oro elements in all those states. Truth be told, no Oron man is interested in living under bondage.